Alright. The only drawback to doing lives is that there's always that slight delay just to make sure that everything's up and running. For those of you who are here, please just bear with me just a moment. Oh, wow. You know, the funny thing is that it ended up just randomly picking one of my paintings for the cover photo here. Yeah, that's a buzzkill. Hang on. Just pretend that this is the first thing that you see. Alright, okay, let me just set the mood here. So, you ever hear the stories around the campfire of a legend? Something so elusive, not many had uncaught it yet. Today, I'm going to be going after such a legend. Now, just imagine you hear this campfire crackling, and you don't see that thing there, so it looks like these moths are there by themselves. Alright. Call me, gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen. Ladies as well. Hang on. Let me just make my way out of Rubber Band Corner. Internet lately has just been fantastic. Now, I feel like lately I've had to give these live streams a disclaimer, which is long overdue, which is, in the event that this disconnects, I will try to reconnect and go back online. And try to get the live stream back up and running. So, if things get wonky, just bear with me. I will try my best to patch the situation. Now, Ryl-Tkannoth. I've been trying to think of many ways that I might be able to get my hands on Little Ryl. First thing I guess would be first is I need the maw on here. I thought I had the maw on here already. Hang on. That's going to take a little digging up and looking. Shouldn't take me too long. The mire. Big maw located. Oh, right. I know where I'm going. I see where I'm going. Back. It was right there. If I could do the sound effect thing, this would be where I would insert the face slap. Aren't I just so smart? Oh well. I'm not gonna get on my case too much. Could happen to the best of anyone. Just me. I'm curious. I can't be anywhere near Big Maw. No. But get out of here. It is raining. Where's my... Not you. You. I just need to do a little, pest control clearance. I thought I dealt with you already. Hang on. These guys just don't want me to fish. That's too bad, because I'm going to do it anyways. Buttheads. Alright. Just pop on out of here. I think that gets everybody. It's still got the danger music going, but I'm just going to ignore that and pretend that's not a thing. I'm sure it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Other than acid, ice, or fire hitting me. So, thing one. Have to be at the maw to try to catch Ryl. Really? Really? If it's not one thing, it's another. Distractions. these guys come from? It's like they were like 2 miles away and like, oh, hey, we heard our brethren dying down that way. Gots to go, Skeeter. We got to save them people. And so they did. And they beat me up while I was trying to fish. Because they're not nice. And they suck like that. Yeah, still another one that would be trying to mess with me right here. Would be legendary, wouldn't he? Would be legendary. It's fine, it's fine. Follows just like the rest of them. Nice try. Alright. Keeping it real. Ryl-Tkannoth, or whatever his name is. Right. Please don't do the fishing bug. Yay, I resolved the fishing bug. Server, no. Bad server. Bad server. You know, I did this in a private world just so that I wouldn't have server issues. I'm still having server issues. Can't catch a win on this one right now. Ugh. Had to make sure everything was catching up. There's a delay from what I'm hearing in the audio and what I'm seeing in front of me, so it's a little weird. Try to catch this guy while it's raining. It's going to probably be a short live stream because I can't, you know, unless I have a rad suit on, I'm not going to really be able to use my typical radiation storm situation here. So, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You got to make do with this rain. But the moment it dries up, I'm probably going to dry up the live stream for the time being. And go see about helping out with some turtles. So now, what was my theory, you might be asking if you were watching the video before? Well, the whole thing is that this whole new content has been rather Lovecraftian in its inception of doing and how it is. And I get a feeling that this particular fish, if I were to catch this particular fish and bring it to that Fisherman, there might be some special dialogue. And if not him, then it's got to be the Interloper. There's got to be most likely some special dialogue. If there's any fish, it's going to be one of those. You know, it's going to be that one out of the three, and it's got to be one of those two you got to go talk to. So, if you see that happen anywhere before I catch Ryl, just know that it was my game theory, as far as I know. I didn't hear it from anybody before I went for it, I'm just saying. But that's the theory that I want to test, and hopefully we'll be testing here soon. Now, I might just switch over to improved, just to try to up my shot at getting that fish, because like I said before in my instructional video, it's not going to guarantee that you're going to find that fish no matter what, but it will, you know, up your shot just a little bit of getting the better fish. Just a smidge. So for the people that weren't watching that instructional video here on how to fish, something I'd mentioned in that video was that I'm considering branching out with a second channel called Tilted Tilter Grilling. Because I recently just got a Ninja Woodfire grill 2 years after the cat that was like a son to me passed away, ironically just before Father's Day. I was not doing that intentionally, but it, you know, kind of works out. I guess in a way, I was a bit long overdue, wasn't I? Missed that cat. They say that if this happens, where your character just suddenly backs out, it's something to do with the debuff, but this has happened to me more often, well, not a debuff, but a buff timing out. But it happens to me seemingly more frequently than not lately, so I'm not entirely sure. I think it has something to do with the internet connection. It's been kind of choppy at times around here lately, so again, apologies ahead of time if it disconnects. Really hoping I can get Ryl on here quickly. I know he's not going to be easy to catch, but I'm really hoping to battle with him soon. Again, though, if it dries up, if it stops raining and I don't catch him, then I'm probably going to have to call it. But I feel it's important that I catch the legendaries first and foremost live that first time, so that, you know, I'm following the rules, photos and videos where it didn't happen, you know how it goes. I want to make sure that there is absolutely no way anybody can doubt me. I guess I could just show you, hey, I completed the challenge, but it's funner this way. It's funner this way, because then you get to see my reaction when I catch them. I've caught everybody else, but I haven't caught these guys, so I imagine I'm going to be really excited when I do catch them. Server, play nice. Hey, Flair, how you doing, bud? Oh yeah, I'm still on Fallout, man. How you doing? Yeah, figured I'd be a true fisherman, waving my pole at nature and my fist at the sky when the fish get away. Yeah, they suckered me in with this fishing update. It started out pretty love-hatey, but I got to admit, once I upgraded my rod enough, I've been loving the piss out of this. You might even say I'm hooked. I know, that was a corny pun. Figured I'd try it. Just trying it on. But yeah, I figure that if there's any fish that scaly guy in the yellow suit looks like Curious George with the no fur day is going to want to see, it's going to be Ryl-Tkannoth or Tkanoth or whatever his name is. I'm still working out the enunciation there. Oh yeah, I hear you. I'm not on PlayStation myself either, buddy. I'm on computer these days. If you're ever on Steam and you want to go fishing in 76, I got you. Yeah, I heard all kinds of weird things going on with, like, PlayStation in particular about social credit scores and that nonsense, and it just makes me glad I jumped off the boat a while back. Kinda miss everybody I used to know back from PlayStation, though, you know? There were some really solid people back then. It's kinda hard to keep track of whose gamertag was who, but yeah. Ooh, fish on the line. Hang on a sec. That's just it, man. There was a lot of people that I used to hang out with in the Fallout days. I could list people. Oh, hell yeah, I remember you, dude. You and I'll pull you on your mouth? Yeah, dude. All you had to do is tell me your gamer tag. Yeah, Polo. You guys were freaking awesome back in the day, man. How you doing? Hey there on the account thing, man. You know, it's a real pain is I've been trying to link my Steam account with my PlayStation account for all my old Fallout stuff. I swear they just want me to spend my money twice. No Man's Sky, yeah, definitely. Thought about that. Maybe when it's on sale. Hang on. Oh hell yeah, you're on PC. Oh, this might be a good one. Nope, it's a Sawgill. Uncommon, but common for uncommon. Yeah, I definitely hear you, man. Used to play that back on PlayStation, but back then didn't really have anybody to hang out with. But yeah, it'd be great to have a crew to hang out with in No Man's Sky. So now, should we all get into playing No Man's Sky? You wouldn't mind if I ended up making a bit of a collab. Oh, this guy's got to be. Here we go. Check this out. This fish has got to be something. I'm sorry to cut myself off there, but who do I got? Who do I got? Who I got here? Oh, come on, server. Glowing gulpy. Yeah, back in the day, I used to pirate the space, No Man's Sky, man, but yeah, definitely. And by pirate, I just mean I used to attack the convoys and grab all those, what you call it, the currency in there. Had all kinds of stuff going on, growing in the gardens. What was that one thing? It was kind of like weed growing in No Man's Sky, man. I had a whole freaking spaceship growing that stuff, man. It was a whole fucking grow operation. Surprised the space cops didn't come down on me or anything. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I love the building mechanic for building your bases in No Man's Sky. I hear they added a lot of stuff though since the last time I played. Like they got pets and underwater bases now, I imagine. So much stuff to relearn. Did it stop raining on me? Oh, those sneaky sneaks. It wasn't supposed to stop raining. Alright, tell you what. I feel like it's shorthanding me on the time I get to hang out here, and I want to hang out some more, so I'm going to switch bait. I'm still going to switch bait. Check this out. I've been farming that stuff like a madman. You're going to laugh when you see how much of this stuff I got, dude. Remember back in the day we used to stockpile all that fucking junk and stuff like that? Used to have all kinds of stable flux and that. Well, I've pretty much been not using any glitches, mind you, but fully legit. But yeah, I got just a little improved bait here, just a little. Took a lot of farming to get that bait. A lot of farming. What you call it? Valley Galleria, I believe it was. Yeah, the trip for me about No Man's Sky is the randomality about what planet they start you off on. Watch when I get to starting a new playthrough, they'll start me off on some irradiated planet. That'd be funny. I mean, it'd suck, but it'd be funny. This is the first axolotl I caught, one, live, and two... Hang on. My character's just awestruck by this sucker. Okay, look. Ooh, it's banded. Okay, can you put it away, pal? There you go. But yeah, it took a lot of farming, freaking events. That was another thing. You get a lot of events going on. You ever get back into 76? A lot of events farming going on. All those events give you that advanced bait. Or not advanced, but improved bait. Is that? No, that's a spike snapper. Yeah, that's an uncommon for the Maya region there. Here in the Giggity. Just watch out for them gulpers, otherwise you get the Giggity goo. Ooh, slow one. What do I got here? Now this is really the catch to trying to catch these guys, I think, is... that had to have been real. That had to have been real. That dude is really keeping it real. Sorry about getting close in there. I just had to make sure I was seeing that right. But, yeah, the catch to those guys is trying to lead. You know, if you can try to somewhat predict where that thing's going to go when they start moving it, you can wear them out usually after the first few times. Catch you, little fish. Really hoping to catch the legend though, so that I can show both you and me that. See if I can figure out if I can unlock some hidden dialogue in here that nobody's found yet. Oh, and that thing was really toying with me there. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, come on. Feel like I'm walking on hot coals. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, no, this one's difficult, but it's not difficult enough to be a legend. Yep, it's a gulpy. Now Lee's gonna try to use up this advanced or improved, whatever wants to call it, bait in this go and see what I can get. Now, for anybody popping in that might need some improved bait and still needs to catch your axolotl, just hit me up. I got you. Well, like you saw, I got enough improved bait, and I've already got my axolotl, so I can easily farm up some more later. I got you. Just remember, don't blow the 30-40 bucks on that new thing at all, because I'm telling you, it just gives you improved bait. If it gave you superb bait, then I'd be all for it. I'd probably buy it myself, but improved bait, no, you can find that in, the pails, you can find that in the fridges. You don't need to buy that crap. This is going to be one of the harder fish, I can tell. Now, is it the legend? Maybe not. He's coming in a little too quick. I know I had Ryl at least once, though. I know that was Ryl because it was... no, don't do it. I want to do a pun here. I'm trying not to. It was rather hard to get and didn't get it, so it's always, once you're maxed out on all the upgrades and it's still treating you like the fish were prior in some of the lesser levels, that, yeah. It's not too echoey there, is it? Again, I'm trying to make sure that I'm still in here because I've had a lot of trouble with my internet lately. So, if there's any points in time it gets a little stereo, I do appreciate any feedback on that so that I can maybe dial this in and try to improve the quality of the videos. Ultimately, I feel like, non-live I'm able to get the videos to be less choppy, but then I don't have the fun of talking to anybody, so I like live. It's kind of weird being an introvert but liking to be social. But, I don't know. I guess I recharge enough. I love to be able to still, ham it up a bit. Speaking of ham, maybe I should smoke some ham next. Recently I've smoked a sirloin steak for the first time, smoked some chicken for the first time. That stuff was juicy good. And I'm surprised. I think I might be a prodigy at that stuff. This is my first time around ever smoking a thing. Well, food-wise. Food-wise. I'm thinking here soon I might also do a video instructing, well, not really instructing, but showing how to launch a silo in less than 5 minutes. Or not less than, but around 5 minutes or so, I'd say. Now, some people might get their hair raising on their neck a little bit on that one, because it does require a little bit of no clipping through the ceiling. But it really speeds up the process. Be nice, server. Just a little bit amusing to me that they work so hard on making sure that their bottom dollar isn't hurt, you know, so people can't speed level their way up the scoreboard. Which I get. I totally get you, you know, but, you'll be so quick on that if you work at Bethesda, but you won't stop these disconnect issues. That's another spike snapper. This one's moving too quick. Challenging, but too quick. Yep, another spike. I was watching some videos on this from some of the bigger name channels. Man, it's true, I think, what they say. You definitely know once you get that legend on the end of your line, because they're a lot slower than the other ones. At least from what I've been able to observe, from what I suspect to be a legend. Been hoping that eventually I'll be able to churn out more content here. Been a little bit worn out due to some of the exercise that I've been taking on lately, but well worth it. Gotten back to a nice trim waist. Feeling a lot better about myself these days. Holy cow, this one is slow. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. He got away. He got away. I feel like I nearly had that guy worn down. feel like if I just was able to wear that one down just 2 more times of it trying to move around. Because, I mean, it's, at least with the ones that I've had to deal with so far, if you wear them down that first few times, then you can get them in, you know, to the inner ring. This is something I wasn't quite able to cover in that informative video earlier, unfortunately, because you can only do so much with 15 minutes. But, yeah, with the harder ones, this outer ring here with all the lines, you know, like a crosshair and a scope or whatever. The harder ones, you're gonna have to dance around in that outer ring a few times before you get them on the inner ring, and it's just part of the territory. But once you get them down that, you know, few times, then you're gonna get them into that inner ring. They're gonna be much easier to grab. That was at least my experience with all the fish before that. Come on. There we go. Once this gulpy's got a glowing personality. I wouldn't say me having skill has much to do with this either, for those that may be wondering. It's just me upgrading my reel and grinding my teeth, upgrading my reel. You gotta take good care of your rod. Trying to remember my first playthrough of No Man's Sky. Yeah, I don't even remember. I think it was a desert planet that they first started me off on. I want to say it was a desert planet. All those years ago. I don't know, that was a long time ago. Memories. But if I didn't get around to asking that question earlier, you wouldn't mind, you know, if we all teamed up if I ended up making some content with that, would you? I mean, I won't if you say no, because I totally want to respect my friends in that. I mean, it's just like 7 Days to Die. If you ever want to play that on Steam, I got that. I would be willing to try it out. It might wear out my computer a bit, but I would be willing to try it. You know, another game that would be good to team up with in would be, if you're up for it, Stranded Deep. Yeah, definitely No Man's Sky. A lot of memories with that one. I'm so glad that this has been keeping solid so far. Let's move this a little bit over there, because y'all don't need to be hearing this in stereo. It's probably a little bit much on the ears, huh? It's just, again, I want to make sure that the audio is still working fine, video is still working fine, and it doesn't sputter on you. Yeah, I'm really glad that this local legend has taken me down a bit of a peg, because there for a while, it just seemed like the fish were getting to be too easy for me. I gotta admit it. Maybe it's just a bit of an instant ego that a person might acquire with their character the moment you catch that last fish and get the captain title. Maybe like the captain's hat gets to your head. How many more tries do I got at this? Sorry about this. Oh, 14 tries. Well, alright. So I guess I'll probably rewrite this as being part 1 then, considering no Ryl-Tkannoth yet, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. If I don't catch him within the next 14 goes, I'm sure I'll get him next time. Maybe next time I'll go at him with about 100 improved bait. But again, of course, if anybody needs some bait first, let me know. Let me know before I go using it. Would sell it in my vendor, but I tried to sell it for an inexpensive price, and you know somebody probably snatch it all up and not share with the rest of everybody. Also, as I get extras on the dailies, and says, you know, the video I did earlier pointed out, I got all the upgrades already for the fishing aspect of this, so, yeah. Speaking of, I think the attractive hook, I have a spare one of those, so anybody wants that, just hit me up. I mean, it's not as good as the advanced reel. I still say that the advanced reel is probably the best upgrade to put on here. That's, again, my personal taste on that. So I had a fun idea for a bit of a comedic thing with this game, and I made an old dude character, and decided to call him Old Man Consequences, after the character from Five Nights at Freddy's. I wonder how many people are gonna catch on to that one. But again, anybody needs a attractive hook, just give me a shout out. Toss you that hook and you'll have a little bit easier time, at least for the time being, while you're trying to get your hands on the advanced reel. I'd say mostly it's a stand-in. That's what I basically did, was all the way up till I got that reel, and even after I got it, I decided I'd test out all the other ones, give them a fair shake. Didn't want to just parrot what everybody else is saying and say go with whatever, the majority was. Because it's important to form, one's own opinion, I think. Welcome everybody who's popped in. Glad to have you on board. Yeah, hopefully I can catch the Begotten. I'm just gonna say that maybe it'd be easier on my tongue than tongue-tying myself like a pretzel. But hopefully I can catch that Begotten so that we can see if I'm right. Because I have a feeling. This theory is something. Well, they pop in, they pop out, but I still appreciate them being here. It's okay to lurk if people wanted to lurk, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, when they do show up. Oh, I wasn't paying attention, that one was on me. Looked over at the chat. Proof for the time that you were on board. I loved having you with me. You're great company, even those of you who don't say anything. Well, buddy Malcolm. Sorry. I'm used to... I told you I remember you. I told you. Sorry about that, dude. Crap. Everybody else, unless he wants you to know that, don't know that. But dude, you're awesome. Thank you for chatting with me. I'm hoping that eventually No Man's Sky does come on sale because I would love to rock I'd love to rock space with you, dude. That would be so fun to blast things to smithereens with a friend by my side. But, yeah. Sorry about that. It was a bit of a slip of the tongue. But, to all of you who are here, even momentarily, I wanted to thank you for being here. And for those of you who are starting as a content creator, and you might be a little disheartened by, maybe small outcomes on your channel or whatever, I want to share with you a bit of advice that I recently read on YouTube that actually was really helpful. I believe it went something along the lines of, if you feel like running, just go run. Whether it's your first lap, your 5th lap, or your 20th lap, eventually like-minded people will see you run, and they'll join you. So, just keep in there. I know it can be hard, I know it can be exhausting, and I know burnout can be a really big thing for us content creators, but I believe in you guys. To Vats Vixen and Bubbleonia and all those guys, you are amazing. Thank you for, inviting me in on being part of your crew. Even just being in on your, live chats and talking with you guys live, you guys are amazing. If you ever watch this, I hope you hear this shout out. You guys are great. To everybody else, I guess I'll end this the way I always end this. If you're feeling down, sad, and out in life, just remember that everybody is treasure to somebody. Somewhere out there is somebody who will see you for the diamond in the rough that you are. So don't give up heart and don't give up hope. In the words of Mr. New Vegas, you're nobody until somebody loves you. And ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Have a good night. Take care.